Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing a Leetcode problem which came on the contest today. It's a medium level problem. Okay, so let's read the problem. चलिए problem को पढ़ते हैं. 2326 is the problem number. Spiral matrix 4. Okay, you are given and two integers m and n which represent the dimension of the matrix. Means that we have been given the dimension of the matrix. Okay, and we have been given the head of the linked list of integers. Okay, there is a linked list which contains the head. Okay, generate an n comma n matrix that contains the integer in the linked list in the spiral order clockwise. Okay, from the top left of the matrix, if there are remaining empty spaces then fill them with -1. Okay, they are trying ये हमें बोल रहे हैं कि देखो हमारे पास हमें एक मैट्रिक्स जनरेट करनी है, ठीक है, इस लिंक लिस्ट से, और जो लिंक लिस्ट हमें जो दे रखी है वो स्पाइरल ऑर्डर में होगी, और स्पाइरल ऑर्डर के एलिमेंट्स हमको स्पाइरल ऑर्डर में, जैसे हम हमारा मैट्रिक्स होता है, हमने स्पाइरल ऑर्डर क्वेश्चन करा कभी पहले, तो उसमें जैसे हम आइटरेट करते हैं वैसे आइटरेट करना है और ऐसे एलिमेंट्स भरने हैं हमें उस नई मैट्रिक्स में m n वाली मैट्रिक्स में, ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द टॉप लेफ्ट कॉर्नर ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स, एंड वी हैव रिटन द जनरेटेड मैट्रिक्स. इट इज medium level problem. Okay, and first you have to initialize all the elements of the matrix by -1. If you are using vector and vector, then it's very easy. Initialize all the elements with -1, then you not have to later fill the elements with -1. Okay, and it's given the first example, m equal to 3, n equal to 5, and head equal to 3026187550. Okay, so see, the approach is simple here. You have been given the spiral matrix. Okay, so see, let's consider this is as our matrix. Okay, random column, and we have, all the elements have been initialized to -1. Okay, so see, you have to maintain 4 pointers in this question. First pointer will be minimum column. You can name this as minimum row. First is minimum row, and this is the pointer which you name this as max row. This you name as min column. Okay, and this you can name this as max column. So see what approach we are doing here. The approach we are applying in this question is that let me take purple. Okay, so see, first you have to move from the, and it's given the head of the linked list, head which contains the linked list. Okay, see, you have to approach this question is in the following way, that you have to mean a spiral order, and we know that the spiral order is from this to this, then this to this, and then this to this. Okay, and finally this to this, and you iterate over the elements in a clockwise order and you fill the elements there. Okay, so see, when you are moving from, so consider the first direction, when you are moving from the left to right, here we can see that our row is constant, row is constant, and column is changing, column change. Okay, so see, you have to first initialize with min row, and you can iterate fill the element add as m of min row. Okay, so let me discuss that at the code only, it will not be clear here. See, okay, when you are moving from this direction, then you can see that the row is constant but the column is changing. Okay, column is changing. Now see, when you are moving from this direction, you can see that our min row, if you have completed this iteration, then your min row will point to next row, because this row has been completed, and our pointer, and we will never return to this row again, so our min row will point to this next direction, means that it will point to the next row. So min row equal to plus equal to 1. Now see what you are doing, this in this direction, here we can see that our row is changing, row change, and our column is constant, our column here is constant. Okay, so see, our column, we have initialized this column as max column, and if you will complete this column, then our max column will point to the then our max column will be decremented and will point to this. Let me take brown, it will point to this. Okay, so now, and in this direction, if you'll move, then you can see that, let me change its pointer 0.5 and clear. In this direction you can see that our row is constant, row constant, and our column is changing. And if you will have completed this row, then our max row will be decremented, so it will point to the other row. Let me use this. There are many rows you can consider this. I have taken this as a rough example so that the intuition behind this question should be clear to you before attempting this question. And now if you are moving in this direction, then you can see that our row is changing, and our column is constant, which is our min column, and our min column will be incremented by 1, and it will now point to this column, min column. So this is the approach. So see this, the code of the question is this. I will explain the code line by line so that it will be very much clear to you. Okay, see there. First we are maintaining our vector, and we have initialized all the elements as -1. Let me write a comment, initialized every element with -1. Okay, now we are maintaining the 4 pointers. I have told you minimum row, minimum column, and maximum row will point to the last row, and minimum column will point to the first column, and maximum column will point to the last column. And first we are moving from in this direction, in this purple direction. The code for the purple direction is this. See, we are moving from the minimum column and we are reaching till the maximum column, and we are maintaining that. I have maintained a temporary pointer of the head so that our head will be not changed. Okay, see, I have changed the temp, check whether the temp is not equal to null. Okay, if the temp is not equal to null, then we can put the values of the linked list at the particular cell of our matrix, and we'll point them equal to temp.next so that we could point to the next node. And after this we are you can see that our minimum row is changing to the +1 equal to 1. See, minimum row we are incremented by 1 because we have completed the first row, and now we are moving to the next row. And after this we are moving in from, see, from this pink direction. Code is this. We are moving from minimum row until maximum row, and in this our column is changing, and in this row our column is constant whereas our row is changing. Okay, and we have completed the last column, so it will be decremented. And in next you can see that the yellow code of this is this. See, in this you are moving from the maximum column to the minimum column, and your row is constant, that we are in the last row of the matrix, and we are moving in clockwise direction from the right to left. And if our last row is completed, then we are decrementing by 1 so that we could not go again to this room. And at last our code will be of this green. The green code is this, that you are moving from the max row and you are iterating till minimum row, and temp is not equal to null, so that we could not get SIGEV error, segmentation fault, so that and or null pointer fault. And we are iterating over the elements and putting the elements of the linked list in the particular cell of the matrix, and minimum column will be incremented by 1 so that we could come to second column. And at last this will repeat till the elements of the linked list are over, and at last you have to return the answer. Okay, so thank you friends. If you like the solution useful, then you can like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please friends, like and share my channel.